on the perimeter.
Bo, top of the key. By Schroeder, 4 on the clock. Carter Williams with the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a...
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Down low, here's Scott. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. 5th on the list, Freak.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing the position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
In addition to being unbelievably gifted shooters. I mean, these guys have some of the smoothest, sweetest strokes in the NBA, which means they have some of the best strokes in the world.
One's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Splitters checked in for the Milwaukee Bucks. They won their last contest, that game against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
And Henson kicks to Bayless. Tries from 16. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a chance here to see where the Bucks currently sit in the NBA statistically. First and second chance point, 5th in rebounding. And they also show up in the top 5 in assists. They've got scores, and they're a pretty good passing team as well.
And going back to their offensive rebounding, and that #1 ranking in second chance buckets, I think it speaks to their tenacity and physicality. They go at you. No question about that.
That's good. Cephalosha's got his first bucket of the night.
Possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option #1 for them right now.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. What'd you find out, Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. And that one's good. Freak.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Schroeder. The offensive rebound. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lee's checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Mike Muscala is checked in for Scott. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's on to Tacumbo. Rebound by the Hawks.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
And that one's good. Freak.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
On to Tacumbo. Kicks to go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Can't get it to go. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 10. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Bucks trail by 10. On the court for Atlanta. Freak, he's in at point guard. Paul Millsap out there with Thomas. Then there's Teague, and it's Muscala in at the 5. Here's Carter Williams. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Here's Freak. 32 points for him last game against Orlando. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. Parker outside. And it's Monroe at the elbow. Ball stolen. Fast break, the Hawks. Freak with the ball. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Lee passes to Carter Williams. Picked by Lee. Shot off the screen. Here's Parker. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better make some noise for your energy.
And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Hawks, number 1.
And they've just been on a defensive. So few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they've played.
And the Bucks making a change here. Henson's checked in. Al Horford, he's checked in for Atlanta. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Freak's got the lead up to 10 now for Atlanta.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Monroe. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Henson.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
T kicks to Freak. The pass to Horford. The Hawks working the ball around. There's the dish to Freak. Picked by Horford. 6 to shoot. Here's Freak. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. 14 points for Freak.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He ended with 32 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came really impressive, but I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Scott dishes to Freak. He kicks to Teague. The feed now to Freak. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Millsap misses.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Here's Henson. And that one comes up a bit short. The Hawks leading by 11. Ahead. No good. Excellent D there from Parker. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Cams the 12-footer. Parker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Right side Millsap. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target. the numbers for Al Horford. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Monroe. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Parker. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Vaughn. Freak passes to Splitter. Takes it off the glass.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Bayless. Plays it up and banks it in. Bayless has got 6.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Schroeder kicks to Freak. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Carter Williams dishes to Bayless. And stolen by Freak. Out to the right wing. Feeds it to Splitter. Here's Freak. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Bayless. Atlanta with the rebound.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And it's Freak missing.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
The shot's good from Bayless.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's Atlanta. They lead by 13. And we'll be back for the second half.